Good evening everyone, this is Gurkirat Singh, Assistant Professor, Department Chemistry. From today onward, we are going to discuss some important questions for your final examinations. These are important in chemistry for +1 as well as +2, B.Sc and B.Pharmacy. So let's discuss topics we are going to discuss today. We are going to discuss two important topics. First one is what is electromeric effect and the second one is what is inductive effect. We will discuss both one with the help of some suitable examples to get better clarity and vision. So let's jump to our topics. So firstly we are going to discuss electromeric effect. So electromeric effect is the movement of pi bond or pi electrons from a atom that is having lower affinity to higher electron affinity. Let's discuss with the help of a suitable example. Here we have a carbonyl compound that contains oxygen double bond with the help of double bond oxygen. So we can say it's a carbonyl compound that contains oxygen. We all know that the oxygen is having higher electronegativity. We know the phone formula. I hope you all remember the phone formula. I already taught you in previous classes, which is FON model. Okay, so these represent three highly electronegative atoms, which are fluorine, oxygen and nitrogen. These contain the highest electronegativity. Due to its higher electron affinity nature, they grab electrons or attract electrons from other atoms very quickly. So if we see it contains oxygen atom, so oxygen will move or attracts these pi electrons to itself. Due to the movement of pi electrons to the oxygen will attain negative charge and the carbon will attain positive charge due to lower electron affinity as compared to oxygen atom. I hope that's clear. So let's discuss with the help of a suitable example. Let's move to our next slide. Okay, so electromagnetic effect is divided into two parts. First one is plus effect and second one is minus effect or negative electromagnetic effect. Okay, so let's discuss with the help of example. So with the help of example, we need any molecule that contains pi bonds. Okay, so now we are going to discuss a molecule that contains pi bonds. So pi bonds, these are compound known as unsaturated hydrocarbons. It's not simply we can say restricted to hydrocarbons, because electromagnetic effect is already observed or can be observed in carbonyl compound or alcohols, or we can say in alkyl halides. So let's take the example of this molecule. Those who don't know, this is 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3, 4 and 5. So its IUPAC name is because the parent chain contains 4 carbons. Let me highlight them. So it's our parent chain if you count from the bottom, and it's the parent chain when you count from the top. Every time the chain contains same number of carbon atoms, which is 4. So due to 4 it will attain the name but, and due to second position of unsaturation, that will be butene. But it also contains 2 methyl atom at second and third position, so that will be 2,3 dimethyl butene. Okay, due to its unsaturation, that's 2,3 dimethyl butene. Okay, so let's move to the electromeric effect. So now we have seen in butene, 2,3 dimethyl butene, all these are carbons. Okay, so if the carbon environment is similar, because take a look at this carbon, its environment contains 2 carbons, this position, and on the other hand left carbon contains 2 carbon joined to it. So environment is similar, that's why both the carbons that are present at the unsaturated bond, they will behave same or behave equally. So they have same electronegativity. So the covalent bond formed here, which is our pi bond, that's mutual for the both carbon C1 and C2. Due to the mutual bond, both of the carbon can attain it. So let's hypothetically assume that bond shift to the carbon number 2. So we are attacking an electrophile. Electrophile generally contains positive charge. For example, take the example of H positive ion. Okay, so H positive ion contains positive charge. So if pi bond shifts to carbon second, okay, if pi bond shifts to carbon second and attacks happens on the carbon second, that will be plus E effect. Or we can say, let's discuss again, let me repeat it. We have two carbons, okay, that's carbon number 1, that's my carbon number 2. So if my pi electrons move to the carbon number 1, let's taking the priority to carbon number 1. So now what will be the compound here? That will be my compound, because the pi electrons move to the carbon number 1, so carbon atom 1 will attain the negative charge and carbon 2 will attain the positive charge, and we are attacking an electrophile here. So electrophile contains negative charge, so negative charge will be positive charge will be attracted toward the negative charge. We all know that the opposite charges attracts each other, so negative part will move to the positive side and the positive part will move to the negative side. So the electrophile will attack at the anion position, so it will attain that position, that is our C1. So if pi electrons move to the carbon number 1 and attack of electrophile happens at the same position, that will be my plus E effect. Okay, so next move to the minus E effect. So minus E effect or negative E effect is completely opposite of the plus E effect. So let's take the other example of carbonyl compound. Here we have one highly electronegative atoms, due to which these pi electron will jump toward the oxygen. If these compound, let me draw this figure for you. Here is our molecule. Because the pi electron shifted toward the oxygen, oxygen will attain the negative charge. On the other hand, the carbon will attain the positive charge. Now this time we are attacking a nucleophile. Nucleophile contains negative charge. Let's take the example of Cl negative ion. The Cl negative ion contains negative charge, and due to our polarity attraction formula, we can say that the negative part will join at the positive side. So that negative part will move at the carbon that contains positive side. So it will join here. Okay, we have nucleophile attached to the carbon, due to which pi electron moves to the oxygen. Okay, but attack took place at the carbon from where the pi electrons has been shifted. So that will be my minus I effect or negative E effect. Okay, let me repeat again. If the pi electron move to the atom and attacks take place on the same carbon, that will be my plus E effect. If electron move to the carbon or different atom and attack happens at the different atom, that will be my minus E effect.